I've had the privilege of having Paul film one of my favorite videos ever on this channel. He's an absolute legend. In this video, I'll take you through a double threshold where I do the first session in the evening and the next session in the morning after that. I'll talk about the pros and cons of each type of double threshold and also give you a couple tips and supplements that I take to aid these sessions. I hope you learn a thing or two from this, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So I made a video recently talking about my training leading up to the 2 ultras, and I mentioned that I'm going to get back into double threshold eventually, but in this video I'm going to explain the slight variance of double threshold that I'm doing, because it's going to be a PM AM double threshold instead of an AM PM. Okay, we are heading to Subiaco Oval to get in my morning session. We had an LT1 session last night. I did 1K and 30-second rest, and then 5 by mile. I'm not used to doing standing recovery, but I thought I'd experiment and see how that feels, because I usually do jog recovery, and I also go straight from the warm-up into the first rep without pausing. So yeah, I just wanted to get a vibe of what it feels like to actually pause before the first rep and actually stand in between the reps. But yeah, it felt alright. I think I still prefer doing most of the runs where I don't pause for threshold, just because it makes me stay more sensible. I don't go too quick because I know that I don't have any standing at all the whole time, so it just keeps me a bit more accountable to, you know, stick to threshold and to do the recovery jog slow enough so that I actually lower my lactate levels. We're here at the oval now. We're gonna do 20 laps of this, so gonna be a lot of running on this oval. Probably gonna do 10 laps in one direction, 10 laps in the other. And I got my precision drink mix here with L-citrulline, about 8 grams of it. Also creatine monohydrate, 5 grams of it, and beta-alanine, around 6 grams. I think that's all that's in it. Yeah. So yeah, main thing is obviously giving me carbs, but also that little bit of nitric oxide production, which is probably too late now because we're doing the workout. You kind of want to have nitric oxide, or sorry, L-citrulline about an hour or 2 before, but I'm not too fussed today. I just wanted to mix everything in one so that I don't have to worry about it later. Essentially, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between PM and AM double threshold versus AM PM, which is the more traditional double threshold that Jakob Ingebrigtsen and all the Norwegians do. My mentality is that the purpose of double threshold is you're trying to fit in a lot of intensity. It's not meant to be that intense, but in a shorter amount of time. So doing it in a PM and AM, meaning evening and then sleeping in between and then morning, is still beneficial in terms of you're achieving the purpose, which is cramming it into a shorter time frame, and the rest of the week can be a bit more chill. So that's my mindset. Also, having a sleep in between is huge because you can actually recover quite well in between. The one downside though is that you don't get to fuel in between, whereas in AM PM thresholds I'm eating the whole day, which is actually very good for recovery and also priming you for the second session, and also obviously replenishing your glycogen stores. So that's the differences, I guess. So if you have that sleep in between, I did my LT1 last night. I haven't eaten that much in between the 2 workouts. I've had dinner, I've had breakfast, but I've been sleeping. So yeah, pros and cons, but let's get on with the workout. I'm gonna warm up first and then we'll talk about exactly what I'm doing for the workout. So the plan for this workout, 20 by a lap with 30 seconds jog in between. At 10 reps, I might have like a slightly longer rest to switch the length on the camera, potentially. I might take a gel before the workout as well, just to, yeah, get caffeinating. I don't drink coffee, so I'll have a caffeinated gel. And yeah, most of it's gonna be done by feel. I don't really have a specific pace in mind, because with shorter reps like this and a long workout, like, you just go by feel basically, because the lap is so short, and if there's like more wind on one of the reps or whatever, it's just gonna be slower naturally anyway, and you can try and push through that in the headwind. There's no point. So yeah, I'm not gonna be too fussed. I'm gonna be focused on that effort, and we know what LT1, LT2 vibes are like, so I'm just gonna try to hold That's sort of in between LT1 and LT2 vibe. But at the start, it would definitely feel like an LT1, probably for the first 8 to 10 reps maybe, or ideally even the first 15 reps, and then it will start to feel a bit more LT2 later on in the workout. So workout went well. I think I held about 320 per kilometer to start with, and then worked it down to, I don't even know, I haven't checked yet, but yeah, must have been around 316, 318 kind of range, and I think I held that pretty evenly the whole way, so that was really good. This oval is around 520 meters, and after the first rep I knew I wanted to hold 141, which equates to 314 per kilometer. I did get a little bit excited in the middle portions of the workout, and therefore there's a couple faster reps in there, but the effort felt pretty even throughout. Training hasn't gone perfectly in the last few weeks. I've had a few hiccups and slight niggles where I've had to go through 2 weeks without doing any workout. And I feel like it's really easy for people to let that get to your head and, you know, derail them a bit mentally, I guess. But when you're looking at it from a physiological and logical standpoint, you're not actually losing that much fitness or at all. And you're kind of just maintaining it, and then you're allowing yourself to like get back into it later on. So the most important thing is to not let that get you mentally. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I did take a little bit of a longer rest at rep 16 to make sure I guarantee to stay within threshold. Most of the workout was done between LT1 and LT2. So yeah, very solid workout and really happy with it because I did the workout yesterday as well, 5 by mile. So getting in some good time at threshold, getting prepared for the 2 ultramarathon races coming up. And yeah, definitely feeling good. Still not exactly where I want to be. I think I have been fitter in the past, but we're working towards the right direction. And when we compare it to a few months ago, I'm feeling way better now. I don't like to look at one specific workout to work out how I'm feeling and stuff. When you look at linear trends of how I'm going through multiple workouts, it's definitely going towards a good trajectory. So yeah, definitely happy with the progress. Stay positive. I think we got enough weeks left that I still can improve a little bit on from here. And luckily I have my race that I'm not as fixated on first. So I have a bit more time for the race after that, which is Ultra Perth, which I care more about. So yeah, this first race is more of a feeler, a tester. So that's gonna help out with the fitness as well. So yeah, keeping that in mind, looking at the bigger picture is always really important for me to, yeah, look more long-term and think of running as a holistic picture rather than, you know, looking at 1 week of training and getting really down by not doing exactly what I set out to do. It's getting a bit warm. I decided to cut it at 20 but that's what I was planning to do anyway. But I feel better than I thought, so I'll do about 2K at roughly 50 to 60K pace, so probably around 345, and hopefully that can be a good way to train my body to run with an elevated lactate value. Not past LT2, but I know with that last rep, I'd be riding the fine line like pretty close to it. So yeah, this will be a good way to see if my body can handle running and using lactate as a fuel efficiently. So that's the goal with this 2K, flush out the legs at a decent pace. But yeah, I'll have a solid like 3-minute rest before I start. Hope this video gave you a bit more insight as to why I'm doing a PM AM double, although that may change in the future as well, and I might go back to an AM PM double, but for now this is what works best with my current schedule, like university and other commitments. So yeah, that's why I'm doing a PM AM double. Anyway, for more videos like this, subscribe. I have plenty of videos talking about running tips, how to structure your training, and a lot of information on threshold training as well, and also nutrition and everything that you can imagine. So check out my other videos, leave a like on the video, comment below what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.